Welcome. Today, we're breaking down the top headlines from The Hindu, your go-to source for competitive exam prep. For UPSC, SSC, and state exams, The Hindu is like a daily updating textbook, detailed, balanced, and exam-focused. It's not just about facts, it's about understanding the behind the news. Our goal turned today's news into clear exam-ready notes. We'll cover national, international, economic, and environmental stories, everything you need for your exams. I'll explain each headline simply, give you the background, and connect the dots so you see the bigger picture. After each story, you'll get concise, exam-focused notes, key terms, names, dates, and implications. This method helps you remember, not just cram. By the end, you'll have a sharp summary and notes ready for revision. So grab your notebook. Let's break down the news, understand the context, and build your exam superpower. Ready? Let's dive in. Here's how we'll make The Hindu your best study partner. First up, the government has launched Phase 2 of the Jal Jeevan mission, now targeting urban water management. After success in rural areas, the focus shifts to cities, recycling wastewater, rainwater harvesting, and reviving urban lakes. Key exam points: Jal Jeevan mission, urban, aims for universal tap water in statutory towns under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Compare with Jal Jeevan mission, rural, managed by the Ministry of Jal Shakti. Know the difference? Potential exam question. Next, the Supreme Court has ordered the creation of an independent data protection authority within 6 months. This follows the K.S. Puttaswamy judgment, which made privacy a fundamental right. The new authority will enforce the Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023, protecting your data and penalizing breaches. Key notes: Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023, DPA as a statutory body, linked to Article 21 and the Puttaswamy case. These developments are crucial for governance and rights. Don't miss them in your prep. Focus on ministries, legal cases, and the purpose of each initiative. These details make your answers stand out. That's your national news. Exam ready. Let's move global. On the global front, Geneva is hosting a peace summit to resolve the Ethiopia-Sudan border dispute over the Al-Fashaga region. The UN and African Union are mediating, aiming for regional stability in the Horn of Africa. For your notes, Al-Fashaga is a fertile, contested border area. Classic resource conflict. Key players: Ethiopia, Sudan, UN, AU. This is a strong case study for international relations and conflict resolution. Next, the EU and Mercosur have finalized a major trade agreement after 20 years. Mercosur includes Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay. The deal South American agricultural goods for European industrial products with reduced tariffs. But there's controversy. Environmentalists warn of increased Amazon deforestation. Key points: Mercosur's full form, member countries, trade details, and environmental concerns. This story links trade, environment, and international cooperation. Perfect for analytical questions. Know the facts, but also the implications. That's your global roundup. In economic news, the RBI has kept the repo rate steady at 6.5% to control inflation and support growth. The Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, made the call, keeping borrowing costs unchanged. Key notes: repo rate definition, RBI's inflation target, 4%, range 2 to 6%, and the MPC's role. The stance is withdrawal of accommodation, focused on fighting inflation. On the environment, a new Nature report shows over 75% of the Great Barrier Reef has suffered severe coral bleaching due to record-high ocean temperatures. Scientists urge urgent global climate action. Local efforts alone won't save the reef. For your notes, coral bleaching definition: Great Barrier Reef location, main cause, climate change, and the link to international climate agreements like the Paris Agreement. These stories are vital for economic and environmental sections of your exam. Focus on definitions, causes, and implications. That's your quick update on economy and environment. Let's wrap up with a recap. Stay sharp. These details matter. On to the final summary. Quick recap. Nationally, remember the Jal Jeevan mission, urban, and the Supreme Court's push for a data protection authority. Know the ministries and key legal cases. Internationally, focus on the Ethiopia-Sudan peace talks and the EU-Mercosur trade deal, including environmental impacts. Economically, RBI's steady repo rate and inflation targeting are crucial. Environmentally, the Great Barrier Reef's bleaching crisis highlights the urgency of climate action. These stories connect governance, rights, global cooperation, economy, and environment. Understanding context and implications is your exam edge. Thanks for joining. Keep analyzing daily for success. Like, subscribe, and comment with your questions. Stay consistent, stay informed. Good luck with your prep.